I always encourage people to exercise the safest of practices whenever they're working, but especially when it comes to working with electricity. So, one way that we can determine whether or not there's power going to a particular resource is to simply turn that resource on and then go to our breaker panel. And if the breaker panel's not marked, you could go through and just flip breakers on and off to determine whether or not it's live. So I can be pretty confident, and again, this is, I still would like to use a detector, but I can be pretty confident that when I have the breaker shut off to that outlet, if that outlet was wired correctly, that it will no longer be live. So we're looking at a sconce that I restored some years ago, and this was restored because it was steel. I bead blasted it, and then I painted it. So let's take a look at what's going on here. So that you have a kind of look at what's going on behind the scenes with this. I think that this should be revealing. This guy has got 2 screws mounting it to the wall. Typically I'm going to loosen my top screw but leave it in place, then take out my bottom screw until it's all the way out. Then I'll go back to the top screw where I should only have to do a couple of turns now to get that free. All right. So this is a little bit about what we were talking about. This is what you should expect to see under these circumstances, and that is that we have a neutral or ground wire, a hot leg, the mounting plate that was holding that sconce in place, that octagonal box that is mounted behind the wall or flush with the wall that's holding that fixture in place. I've really enjoyed working on this project, and I hope you've enjoyed participating. I have to once again reiterate this important idea, which is that working with live electricity can kill you dead. Doing things like repairing lamps and rewiring lamps can be a fun and rewarding experience, but in order to hardwire fixtures, replace outlets, and replace switches, you have to work with a certified electrician. City, state, and federal code laws pertaining to working with electricity vary slightly, but any place you find yourself, there is going to be a legal requirement for certification to hardwire things like a wall sconce, and that the repercussions or implications of something going wrong could result in liability. So if you rewired something in a rental apartment and that rewiring was done in such a way that it resulted in a fire, you could potentially be liable for the damage to that building. So anyway, know that seek out good information, pursue your projects with patience, intelligence, and confidence. And when you don't know, ask those questions. Thank you.